Thanks, Jim. I was schooled on this big data challenge as a young Navy submarine officer back in 1996.
Okay.
I was on the commissioning crew of the USS Seawolf. The government had spent enormous resources on the creation of that submarine, which had tremendous collection capabilities, and we were bringing in all sorts of data. When we went out to sea for the first time and turned on the systems, we found, and they had built automated mechanisms to parse through that data. We found that when we turned the system on, that the user was overwhelmed with contacts,
Right.
fish in the sea, too much data. So what it amounted to was we had to turn the system off and go back to manual mechanisms for processing that data.
Okay.
The key challenge there is that in the end, the human operator can only take in so much data. It really puts the pressure on pushing forward closer to the data and understanding of the value of information in a particular context. So we've made a lot of progress as far as this is concerned with Google's PageRank, with tremendous work recently and recommender engines to have the data find the user
Okay.
and understanding the value in context. But there are huge challenges that remain. I'm sure Susie would confirm this. Those models are predominantly based on popularity.
Right.
In our world, novelty is what really matters. So the user wants to know what's new and what's different. It moves in the opposite direction as the core of where we're going with information value estimation. So we need new models at the core.
Right.
And we're really working through a system called Orion in instituting those new models. That's Orion is DIA's gateway to ISIGHT, the intelligence community's collective effort
Right.
on this problem. It involves human-machine synergy, bringing people into the loop in terms of the way that we process data. A machine alone can't handle all this data.
Wow. Interesting. Well, yeah, Gus?
And I just want to plug back to the Orion piece, and it's not to take anything away from eyesight. Eyesight is the end state, and so just look at that Orion as more as a strategy on how we get
Right.
from where we are today, this legacy environment, and look at Orion, and look at that as A, and then look at Orion as B through Y,
Right.
and Z is that end state called eyesight, how we end up there, because there's a lot of migration, normalization,
Right.
a lot of things that must occur for us to get to that end state.
Yeah, interesting.
And those are the steps that we're doing between, we call that Orion.
Terrific.